Dragapult, when it was introduced in Generation 8, proved to be one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, and arguably one of the best, if not the best pseudo-legendary ever to be released competitively. It was able to outspeed the meta naturally, given its insane speed stat, and had a pretty good offenses to go along with it. Today, let us look at how Dragapult is impacting the Generation 9 metagame, and what makes it one of the best as well as perhaps even better in Generation 9. One of the issues Generation 8 Dragapult had was its inability to provide good ghost physical coverage, with its only option being Phantom Force, which was a 2-turn move. A way to get around this was to run a Power Herb Phantom Force, so it would go off in 1 turn, or run a Shadow Ball and be a mixed attacker. However, the most popular way was instead to in fact ditch the physical set and run a special choice spec set, running many variety of coverage moves, ranging from Flamethrower to Dracometer to even a Shadow Ball. In Generation 9, we got a new gimmick called Terastallization, and this has changed how Dragapult has been used forever, or well, at least till Generation 10. Terastallization has allowed for Dragapult to use the move Terra Blast, which is an 80 base move that will switch its type depending on the Terastallization, and switch being either a physical or special move depending on which attack stat is higher. This has made physical Dragapults re-emerge as a premier threat in the metagame. Terra Ghost Terra Blast, while it's costing Terastallization, it proves to bring out good, reliable physical ghost coverage that isn't a 2-turn predictable move. You still retain that E-Speed Dragonite immunity while having reliable ghost coverage. Terra Dragon has also been a popular option, giving it good damage to its Dragon Darts, which can be hard to switch in with no Fairy type coverage on your opponent's side. Now, its base 120 massive attack stat is not put to waste and rather becomes an extremely viable asset. One moveset I particularly use at the moment is Dragon Darts, a signature move that is a 2-clip attack, Sucker Punch for priority, U-turn to pivot, and Terra Blast for one Terastallization to ghost typing. U-turn is an especially good move. I like it to pivot out from difficult Pokemon such as Tiglu to bring in other capable mods onto the field. It is also quite easily able to counter many top meta threats such as Iron Moth, and even unaware wall breakers like Skeldridge and Dondozo have to be on the lookout because of the high damage output. And Adamant Nature can allow for more high damage output at the cost of being outspent by other surrounding Pokemon such as a Chien-Pao naturally. But most would rather prefer that Jolly Nature so you can outspeed everything naturally in the meta and then tack on a choice band to absolutely shred through teams. Having the ability Infiltrator also allows you to go through some Goldango and reflected light scream set by either Grimmsnarl or occasional Screamtail. Additionally, Dragapult is a perfect example of a Pokemon that really benefits from additional chip damage your opponent takes, such as Stealth Rocks or Spikes, because this allows for Dragapult to easily O-code the opponent's side with moves like Dragon Darts or Terra Ghost Terra Blast as well. Its base 100 special attack stats still helps its choice specs Infiltrator set to be rather popular in this day and age, with moves like Dracometer, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and more. This set allows it to hit other Pokemon its physical side would have a difficult time with, such as Corviknight and Kingambit. Additionally, being able to provide a nuke-like attack with Dracometer provides a great way to do chunk damage to Garganacl, Dondozo, or even a Tinglu, which was a Pokemon that would have difficulty with its physical side. Because it has reliable special ghost coverage of the move Shadow Ball, Terastallization to Fairy can provide another additional way to prevent those knockoff Sucker Punches from Meowscarada or even Sucker Punches from Chien-Pao from OHKOing you. Terra Ghost can also prove to be very vital, not only boosting its Shadow Ball, but being immune to E-Speed from Dragonite like I mentioned before. Dragapult even gets a good utility move, that of Will-O-Wisp, which can drastically change the game, affecting Pokemon like Great Tusk or even Meowscarada, crippling them, and then you can attack them back with a U-turn to pivot out to other Pokemon, or just use the move Hex to deal double the damage. Terastallization in large part has helped Dragapult's insane wall breaking skills with its physical set skyrocket, and its special set has proved to be a very heavy threat and a headache for most teams. It is a nightmare on both offensive side. If you guys also want to know what else is a nightmare in the metagame as well, be sure to check out how Raid will soon dominate the metagame, and be sure to subscribe for more competitive Pokemon videos.